welcome to Roblox Creepypasta Reviews Part 1. Technically Part 3, but whatever. But before I begin, I just want to say that whatever I say in these videos should not be taken personally by the author. That this video may contain harsh criticism. So with that, let's begin. Story 1, OakrBrine, a creepy story. I never thought I'd finally be able to tell this horrifying Roblox story of the scary player known as OakrBrine. So one day, I was playing Murder Mystery 2 with my friend Stevenson. He had to go do something, so I decided to continue playing a few rounds. After a while, I began getting messages. At first, I thought it was Stevenson, but it wasn't him. Instead, I got weird messages from a user named OakrBrine, and I didn't know how he was able to message me, because I knew my settings were on a private level. Okay, 3 things. I don't think you needed to add level at that last part. 2, the beginning is really cliche. The whole, he can still chat with me even though I'm still on private. And 3, Murder Mystery 2 I've seen mentioned in 60% of the creepypastas about Roblox I've read. He said things like, I'm watching you, and you are next, ha ha ha. I was uncomfortable, so I tried blocking him, but when I went to, the block button was gone. I freaked out, so I texted back asking what he wanted from me, and he replied, your soul. And he sent me my address and messages without it being tagged out. I panicked and tried calling the cops, but the cops did not believe me and told me to get rest. So I decided I would defeat him. Dang, this is an Avengers level threat. Of course, when I told Stevenson the next day at school, he believed me. What? How is that an of course? I thought he was gonna say he didn't believe me. Okay, whatever. At least I'd say my name. But it is not important. OakrBrine messaged me saying, I'm watching you. Look behind you. I turned slowly, and the next thing I knew, me and Stevenson were knocked out and I awoke in a white room. We were confused on where we were when suddenly he came in. OakrBrine. He looked like an animatronic robot in real life. Hold on. Okay, first, the security system in the school cannot detect a robot knocking both of you out. Dang, the police don't do their jobs in this story at all. And second, animatronic robot in real life kinda sounds familiar. I wonder which story has animatronic robots. Me and my friend froze and asked him to let us go. Never, he said, and punched me, causing me to black out. I woke up hours later and Stevenson was gone. OakrBrine was not there, however. I stormed out the exit. Hold on, you could have just gotten up and leave the whole time? And then saw something unforgettably horrifying. My friend Stevenson was dead and his body parts were ripped apart and put on a mannequin doll. I see someone's been watching a few horror movies lately. I ran out and quickly called the cops. Why are you calling the cops? You know the cops don't do anything in your universe. And they came and situated everything. However, OakrBrine was never found again. Till this day, I can't stop thinking of what happened. Dang, OakrBrine looks buff. I would rate this story a 5 out of 10. It's got some nice potential and a cute little cliffhanger, but it fails to describe the main characters and even OakrBrine. We have no clue why he's doing what he's doing and who even created him. There's some obvious inspiration from the Richard Rowe stories, but other than that, I'd give it a 5 out of 10. It lacks description, but it's got a unique plot, sort of. Alright, for this next one, I got an interesting email from someone who really wants me to read a story called The Lawrence Dilemma. So basically, the letter is in fancy English, trying to get me to read the Lawrence Dilemma multiverse, even though it should just be a universe since it's just one continuity. But apparently there's different timelines, I don't know. And they're trying to get me to read the main trilogy, which is apparently takes place from a house in England to the jungles of Vietnam, which has nothing to do with Roblox Creepypastas. Except for the first one, I don't know how, but it just does. Then they go on to saying that the author has been harassed, much like Steve Jobs or Jesus, even though Jesus was straight up crucified on the cross. Can we get an amen in the comments section? I've also received comments on YouTube asking me to read this story, even though it's from the same people. And my answer is no. My main reason is this. So basically one of my mods said that the story was not a good story. And basically it went down like the Battle of Geonosis. So basically he got ganged up by all of these cult members. There were all these insults coming at him. But my mod, being a savage he is, he basically said,
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
I don't usually condone flame wars, but my mod absolutely destroyed everybody. And things got a bit more funnier when somebody on Discord said that all my mod had to say was the story itself was fine. No, if somebody doesn't like a story or your story, then deal with it. It's called criticism. Not everybody has to like your work. So the original stories got deleted off the Roblox Creepypasta wiki, and then the author or whoever proceeded to create the original Roblox Creepypasta wiki, which didn't turn out to be successful. Life always finds a way, doesn't it? This would fit into a Roblox Mysteries and Rumors episode, but I just decided not to. It's better to add it here. Because here's where my review starts. Yes, it's well written, but it's not even a creepy story. It just feels like I'm reading some weird political fanfiction, that's basically what it is. Even some other narrators did not want to read it just because they didn't think it should be considered a Roblox creepypasta. I honestly wonder why. So my final review is 1 out of 10. Well written, but come on guys, I have standards. But hey, don't take my word for it. Here's an expert review from Gordon Ramsay.
That was rancid, pointless, tasteless, a complete, utter joke.
Alright, let's move on to the next Roblox creepypasta. One time, me and my brother were playing Roblox on New Year's Eve. We decided to play a game called Flee the Facility. The rules were simple: hide from the beast, hack the computers, and get out if you're the beast. You try to freeze players. Remember to put periods, cause it becomes a run-on sentence and my lungs can't handle that. We had 6 fun rounds until a player joined named Unnamed. We looked up his name on our laptop, error 404. Popped up, so that was strange, I thought to myself. He appeared as a normal bacon hair, then suddenly turned into all black and walked up to us and said, "Hello, I know you are brothers. I know your names and address too." I said, "Please leave Ya alone. You're scaring my little brother." The figure said, "That what I was made for?" I said, "What?" "Yeah, I would say what too." He said, "Yes, I was made by Richard Rowe." Me and my brother left, but he messaged us over and over. He said, "You cannot escape the power of Richard." I tried to turn the power off the phone and computer froze. The next day, everything was fine and we decided to play Roblox again. The end. P.S. I don't have a younger brother, I have an older one. Okay, my lungs would have burst trying to read this in one take. Second, I like the reference to Richard Rowe. This story was all the Roblox creepypasta cliches in one paragraph. I would rate it a 4 out of 10, just because it really wasn't scary, but there's always room for improvement. So I hope you liked today's Roblox creepypasta reviews. If you want to see more, Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to see more from Starless Night. My Discord, Twitter, Instagram are all in the description below. Thank you and have a good night.